The temporary truce between Israel and Gaza militants during a visit by Egyptian Prime Minister Hisham Kandil quickly crumbled Friday, as Palestinians launched rockets as far north as Jerusalem and Israeli aircraft responded to the barrage with renewed airstrikes. Warning sirens sounded for a second day as in Tel Aviv, and for the first time in Jerusalem, with Israel's military confirming that a missile had landed somewhere outside the ancient Jewish capital. No details were available, but the strike offered sobering evidence that Hamas is still trying hard to hit Israel's largest metropolitan areas, and may have stockpiles of longer-range rockets, despite the Israeli bombardments. Inside Gaza, Israel intensified its bombing campaign overnight, striking an estimated 150 rocket launching sites. The Palestinian death toll rose to 21, including a young child whose lifeless body was viewed at the hospital by Kandil and Hamas Prime Minister Ismail Haniyeh. An Israeli military spokesman said troops were gathering near the southern border to prepare for a possible ground invasion which, Deputy Foreign Minister Danny Ayalon warned, could come as soon as this weekend if the rocket fire does not stop. Israeli citizens, like any other people, deserve peace and quiet, so they can go about living their lives, Ayalon told CNN's Soledad O'Brien. If we will see in the next 36 hours more rockets launched at us, I think that would be the trigger for a ground operation. Many analysts here say Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wants to avoid a ground war, which would undoubtedly increase bloodshed on both sides and could subject Israel to international condemnation similar to that which resulted from its invasion of Gaza in 2009. At the same time, government spokesman Mark Regev said, "No one is ruling it out. All the options are on the table," Regev said. "And we have the capability to expand if need be." In a short tour of Gaza with Haniyeh Friday morning, Egypt's Kandil visited a hospital treating wounded victims. As a scrum of photographers and camera crews recorded the moment, he placed his hand on the head of a young boy killed in a recent strike. "I have seen now Gaza, and the hospital, and the martyred child Mohammed Yasser," Kandil said, pausing as he choked up. Flanked by guards in olive flak jackets, he lifted his arms to show reporters spots of blood on the sleeves of his suit jacket. "These are the signs, the blood spatters of our brethren," Kandil said. "This tragedy cannot be ignored, and the whole world has to shoulder the responsibility to stop its aggression. We are standing with you." But Ayalon laid blame for the bloodshed directly on Hamas, an Islamist group which has governed Gaza since 2006 and is considered a terrorist organization by the United States, Israel and others. "Instead of peace and quiet, reconciliation, coexistence, they have fired more and more arms against us," he said. Hundreds of rockets and mortar rounds have rained down on southern Israel since Wednesday from the other side of the Gaza border, including one missile that slammed into an apartment building in the working-class town of Kiryat Malach, killing 2 Israeli men and 1 woman.